All right. So here we go. We're doing number 4 now, or number 5, excuse me. Page 162. This is going to be a little bit tricky. We called it name number, so I'm just going to show you where we were at. It's tricky, though, because I know I'm doing it wrong. But let me just show you where I'm at right now. Let's see if we can't iron this out together. So name number. Let's just run this. So let's do Hoft. Yeah, it's a problem. Line 12, line 7 requires string is left and upper end, not int. So line 12 and line 7. Okay, let's open this up. Let's see where we're at. So name number, name. That becomes a name. Our counter is 0. ABC, we wrote all those out. And you already know when you see this, hopefully you know that, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make this like lowercase. We could use like a hash or whatnot, like a key and a key and a value, but I don't think that we should have learned that yet. So it's something that I don't want to do just yet. I know that key and a value could work. I've done it a little bit with Ruby, a little bit with I think a little bit with like Ruby, but it was very cursory, and I really want to make sure we get this done just regular. So ABC is all those characters. So now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to apply the numbers to the characters. I think I figured out how to do it. So it's going to be so let's print the int version of abc.index. Can we make this lower? If the index is in a name. See, this is going to output every single character. But if we're going to say if the index is in a name, if 0 or if 1, well, it is. So what we need to say is if a name of index is in a name, then we're going to print the int version of abc.index plus 1. The dot index, I don't know if I'm using that right. I'm not positive. I think this is kind of whacked out, but I feel like I'm just totally botching this. And I'll have to look up like dot index. So let me just this is tricky. Yep, invalid syntax. So print counter doesn't work. It should though. It should. Probably number parentheses 3. Yep, there it is. Let's save it and run it. Zero is not in the list. So 0 is not in the range. let's check this out. Okay. This is it right here, though. This is it right here. Like, you know, figuring out your program, like this is what it's all about. Just like trying to solve the problem, looking stuff up, and I don't know about this. Let's just maximize this. I don't even know if we need to do the dot index. I don't even think we need that. I think it's just going to be ABC print the int of yeah, it's basically but it's not the index, it's actually the name. I think it is. So let's put IDX here. And then let's see if that works. And then let's put this there. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure index should work though. So we're going to name number. Name number. Okay. Wait. We'll just run it. Oft. Oh, this is tricky. Okay. So let's put a name. Let's put index. Right. +1. That should be okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Oh, it worked. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then U, V, W, X, Y, Z, which is 6 letters in, which is 20. Phenomenal! Yes! That's huge! And if you're wondering what I did, I have no idea. No, there were a couple of routes that I could have taken that I wasn't positive on, but I remember this being the index. But, you know, the two routes was I'll put ABC with the method of index and then the letter index here, or this whole thing here, because this is a number, right? This is a number. Or no, this is a character, but it's still also knowing what the index is. So we're saying get the index of ABC pull the index off of ABC where it shows up in an a name index. I'm excited about that. That's really cool. It's pretty intuitive also. After sniffing around. So okay, so we just printed them all out. So we don't want to print them out. So let's go here and let's go counter equals counter plus and then so number is going to be this. So we're going to make that a variable. We're going to assign this value to that variable. So the number is assigned to this, wherever we're at, if it shows up in that. Then our counter becomes counter plus number. So much easier to read than counter plus this. And then they're going to just add them all up and then print counter. So let us see, let us see, let us see. Okay. All right. So print counter is going to be outside here. So it's going to be outside those loops. It's going to be at the end of these loops. We're going to have counter's going to have a number, and then boom, we're going to print that out. So let's run it. What do you think we're going to run? Let's just run E, 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 E. What should we spit out? Well, E is the 5th letter. Also the most popular letter in all of writing. So it's going to be 20. Yes! I'm loving it. And yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's do, okay, remember we're doing lowercase. Now let's do capital. Let's do capital letter. So let me go here and here. Let's rerun this. Now let's do E, 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 E. Oh no, there it is. There it is. So that is a slight error. So we got to fix that. So we could, I was talking to a buddy of mine that's studying CS in college. He's going back to college studying CS. He's going that route. And he was talking about like overloading like operators. And we haven't done too much of that. But I know that like once I get into a little bit more advanced CS, I think he's taking his 2nd CS class. Up here in Oregon, it's CS 162, which is where I'm located, Washington, Oregon areas, when I'm recording the video. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be overload. But let's do if a name index dot upper, no, dot lower is in a name. So I don't know if we're overloading this. I don't know if it'll work. Let's try it. I'm not sure. I think it might because the index, the a name index is going to actually spit out a character, which is going to be a string. So we can apply, the upper or the lower method to a string. So my thought process is that it should work fine, but you can never get smug. So let's check this out. All right, so let's try it. I would love it if it worked. Oh, it didn't work. All right, so let us go back here. Okay, so if a name index, so we're actually going to apply the method lower. So I think it takes precedence. I think it should be there. So if we make it lower, we call that, I think it should work. It's all about precedence. If I designed Python, I would make lower have precedence. No. You know, I'm such a rookie. I cannot have any opinions yet. I just gotta focus, try to understand this stuff. But I'm hoping that we don't have an issue with precedence, because it's starting to get. I mean, there's probably such an easier way to do this, but let's try it. All right, let's try it. Yes! Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. This is why I love Python. It's just so, I don't know. It's just, to me, it seems intuitive. It's just beautiful to me. I mean, look at that line. That line is just brutal. But number is assigned the int version of, so it's inside out, right? Because it's similar to math, right? So we work inside, and this is the function argument. So we take a name index. Let's say it's a capital G, right? We make it lowercase, right? And then that takes precedence. And so, okay, now we have a lowercase g as a character. Then we move over here, and it's going to be abc.index. So it's going to be in this list, in this index, which pulls exactly it pulls the index, the number of what the index is. So it's going to pull, 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right? So it's going to be, so let's say this lower is going to be, the capital G is going to be lowercase g, right? So it's going to say abc.index. That applies that function call here. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's the int version of this, which is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So the number is 7 because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? A needs to start at 1. That's what the question says, right? The question says A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z being 26. So that line is the toughest line. But once you pull that number out, the issue we were having was with the capitals. So now we don't have that issue with capitals, because now we're saying, okay, it's going to apply this method inside this function argument. So you have an argument, and we can apply a method in the argument. It's pretty awesome. And I'm pretty sure this is overloading functions. I think this is sort of what my friend was talking about. He was sort of stressing. He was like, yeah, man, a lot of these guys have a lot of experience with programming in Pascal. They got 2 years of programming in C and C#. I mean, he's doing C++, and it's the second class in the series. But he says the learning curve gets really steep by the second class. So, but he was talking about like overloading operators, and I think that this is kind of what it is when you've got all these things that you're trying to apply. But this makes sense to me, just with the cursory experience that I've had, just stuff that I want to try, and it worked. So excited. And then counter is assigned counter plus number. So if we have 0 that we initialize outside of the loop, and then ABC we initialize outside of the loop as well, all those letters. I was thinking of a formula that can do it, but I don't know enough about Python. Like you can do like a.z. I'm pretty sure in the range function of, like, I think for C++ that works. It understands that it's A, B, C, D. I don't think they have that in Python. Either that or I haven't learned it yet. I haven't learned it yet in this book. There are probably a lot of shortcuts that I'm missing, but as of right now, I want to do just the work that we've been taught in this book. So hopefully this is helpful. Yeah, that was a fun one. 5.11 programming exercises, page 162. That was number 5. Thank you very much.